BTS News Today. Paris, France. Behind the flash of cameras, packed schedules, and the roar of millions of fans around the world lies a story that was never listed on any official agenda, never shown on live streams, and never truly revealed to the public. Untold story. Jimin and Jungkook's secret European getaway isn't just a dramatic phrase. It's a quiet fragment of reality, a secret journey between two BTS members who have always shared a close bond, a brief escape from the blinding spotlight of fame. According to sources inside the Korean entertainment industry, just days after an intense recording session for an upcoming major project, Jimin and Jungkook quietly left Seoul on an unannounced late-night flight. Their tickets weren't booked under their real names, and the only people who traveled with them were two trusted staff members. No camera crew, no publicity managers, no HYB officials. Just the two of them. A silent departure to Europe that has set the fandom's imagination ablaze. Their flight reportedly landed in Paris, the city often associated with love and freedom. Amateur fans who happened to be at Charles de Gaulle Airport captured blurry images of two hooded men wearing black baseball caps walking quickly side by side. There were no superstar smiles, no waves to the public, just quiet, private glances between them, occasionally caught by distant lenses. When the whispers began to circulate online, many armies refused to believe it at first. But HYB's silence and their absence from any official schedules over the next few days only fueled speculation further. Paris in early autumn was the perfect backdrop. Warm yellow streetlights reflected on cobblestone roads. The scent of fresh bread from nearby boulangeries filled the air, and soft violin music from street performers painted a scene too poetic to be accidental. According to a local cafe worker near the Eiffel Tower, two young Asian men dressed simply entered the cafe at around 10:30 p.m. They sat in the corner, ordered hot coffee and croissants, and spoke in soft voices as if they wanted time to freeze. One of them occasionally gazed out the window at the night sky, while the other chuckled gently. Though the witness didn't mention their names, their physical descriptions matched Jimin and Jungkook perfectly. The following day, whispers and rumors began to take over social media. Several Twitter and TikTok users posted blurry clips of two figures strolling without bodyguards, just hoodies, black masks, and Jungkook's signature sneakers. In one short clip, a soft laugh that unmistakably sounded like Jimin's could be heard. The pair were seen stopping in front of a small flower shop, with one of them picking up a single white flower and smiling. To the average Parisian, it might have been nothing special, but to fans, it was a rare, fragile moment. Their idols living freely, without a camera pointed at them. While online discussions exploded, HYB said nothing. But within the music industry, whispers revealed that this trip had been planned for quite some time. Jungkook, exhausted after back-to-back solo projects and endless rehearsals, needed a quiet break. Jimin, who has always been close to him since their trainee days, was the one person who joined. They weren't just bandmates. They were two young men who had grown up together in an unforgiving industry. They shared early morning practices, sleepless nights, and dreams that once felt far away. Now, after all the noise and glory, they were sitting side by side on a quiet Paris bench, watching autumn leaves fall around them. That a source from BTS's creative team hinted that the trip wasn't just for rest. The two were also spotted entering a private recording studio owned by a famous European producer. While there's no official documentation, insiders confirmed seeing two young men dressed in dark clothes, strikingly similar to Jimin and Jungkook. Speculation grew that they were working on a secret project. Fans who have followed their journey for years know this pattern well. Whenever Jimin and Jungkook disappear abroad quietly, something special usually follows: a song, a performance, or a moment that becomes legend in the fandom. Paris was only the beginning. In the days that followed, sightings surfaced in Amsterdam and later in Switzerland. Blurry fan photos showed two figures standing by Amsterdam's canals at night. In one, Jungkook appeared to be holding a small camera, while Jimin leaned his head gently on Jungkook's shoulder. Those who saw them described them as peaceful, as if the world around them didn't exist. Their final stop in Switzerland became the most talked about. With snow-capped mountains and still lakes as their backdrop, it felt like a scene from a film. A tourist from South Korea claimed to have seen two Asian men playfully throwing snow at each other near a lake, laughing loudly. They looked genuinely happy, the tourist said. Not like when they're performing for cameras. It was real. She added that she clearly heard one of them softly call out, "Jungkook," confirming what many already suspected. The trip became public after an international fan photographer captured a stunning silhouette of the two standing side by side under a dusky Swiss sky. Jungkook's hands were tucked into his jacket pockets while Jimin tilted his head to the sky. Within hours, the photo went viral and trended across multiple platforms. Fans called it the calm before the storm, a moment of stillness before something big. Many were convinced it would inspire a new song or project, just as their previous quiet trips had done. But beyond speculation, the emotional impact of this journey on fans was undeniable. For many armies, seeing their idols finally breathe freely was deeply moving. These are two men who grew up in the spotlight, living their entire adult lives without real privacy. Now, walking down Parisian streets or sitting by a Swiss lake, they were just themselves. Fans flooded community boards with the same sentiment. They deserve this. Jimin and Jungkook have always shared a bond that goes beyond music. From trainees to global icons, their quiet support for each other has never gone unnoticed. But this time was different. There was no stage, no crowd, no lighting, just the two of them, as they've always been. Two young dreamers who once practiced in a tiny studio in Seoul now found freedom together in the heart of Europe. HYBE's silence after the news broke only made everything more poignant. No denials, no confirmations, just silence, which, for fans, was an acknowledgement in itself. And then came Jungkook's subtle Instagram story, a sunset sky with a single word, free. The internet erupted. Moments later, Jimin posted a photo of a single white flower on a cafe table with the caption, "Merci." No faces, no locations. But everyone knew. Soon after, they quietly returned to South Korea on an early morning flight. There were no fan mobs, no flashing lights at the airport, but the world felt their return. This was not a publicity stunt. It was their moment. A moment to simply exist, from a silent night departure in Seoul to snow-dusted peaks in Switzerland. This journey wasn't just a vacation. It was a story of stolen freedom, of trust between two people, of quiet laughter far from the roar of arenas. In a world where everything they do is watched, they carved out a corner just for themselves. For millions of armies, this story isn't just about travel. It's about love in its purest form. Love for life, love for friendship, love for a rare breath of air. And that is why this secret European getaway between Jimin and Jungkook will be remembered not for its glamour, but for its quiet, honest beauty.